Hi guys, so today we are going to do USDJPY analysis. It's the 17th of January, Tuesday, and it's about 11 a.m. in the UK. So I have checked news, and there are rate folders at 1:30 p.m. UK time for USD and CAD. So any one of you guys trading USD CAD or any USD pairs or CAD pairs, just be mindful of that. And again, as I always say, just be mindful of the openings of all sessions like Asian or London and New York, because that's when there's a lot of like spikes happens. I personally feel just to take out, there's a lot of liquidity in the market at that point, that I feel like the market always takes out a lot of players in the market before it goes in the direction that we actually want it to go. So I typically just am very wary, or mostly don't even trade those sessions. Let that 5 minutes be over and then go in and take a trade. But yes, so just giving you guys a little bit of news update. Let's take a look at USDJPY first, and then if we got time, we can quickly have a look at US 30. So let's start from the daily. I know it's been some time since I did it. So I remember the last time I said we are waiting for price will drop to 128, which we have marked up with the pink dotted lines, if you guys can see. And it clearly did. Now, to me, I wouldn't consider this a rejection of the 200 because it did close below the 200. So I am a little bit cautious on that. Personally, I do feel like it could come down. Oh yes, guys, just before that, I thought I would also just share with you guys a new indicator which I've just put it into my charts, which I think is pretty cool. I'll just show you that now. It is the order block, the MTF supply and demand order block. I mean, you guys by now should already know how to draw supply and demand zones, especially when there is a nice leg out, candles. You want to kind of draw your supply demand zones in the right areas, but then this kind of helps you just mark it up for you there, so you kind of can see it. So I've actually put the settings only to I'll show you guys. You go to settings. I've only take the hours, days, and weeks. Like even hours, I initially took it off and then I put it back on because I wanted to see on the higher time frame. But then the thing is, I think that you don't need it for the minutes, and you don't need that for the minutes and seconds, just because I think it's, at least for me, I feel like it's just too many things going on, because then you're going to have multiple order block drawings, visuals on your screen, on your chart, which I think is really messy. It's always good to have, like, especially the daily, it's good to know where price potentially could go on a higher time frame, and then work towards that from the lower time frame. You guys get me? So that you know where to put your stop loss and where to put your take profit, in keeping the overall, the bigger time frame in mind. Now, so what I thought I would say is here. So if you see the weekly time frame, we've got a nice order block here. It did come and touch. It did come in and mm, it did actually come and do. So this could be considered a fake out, possibly, actually, because if I were to draw my leg out area, this is how I would have drawn it, from the top of this wick to the bottom. And basically, I would have wanted it to touch the base of this candle, the first, this bullish pin bar candle. And it kind of did touch it, to be fair. So that can be considered a fake out on a weekly. If it doesn't continue, it continues up and then touches the comes back for reaches and goes back up again, and that's when you consider it an uptrend. But right now it's still it's not a candle close. Okay, let's just go to the daily. Let's see what we see there. um hmm, Personally, mm, I am not like, I personally do think that it's not a rejection for you to say that it's gonna go fully uptrend. Right now, I do think it could possibly come back down a little bit more, and hopefully give us a proper rejection of the 200 moving average before we decide that it's an uptrend, and that would be a cool one to take, even if it's a day trade, even if it's a day time frame, to take it for a buy. Right now, I don't think it's ready yet. Okay, so this is my take on it. Like, possibly you just wait a little bit more for it to go down and give us a rejection. I'm just going to drop it down to the hour just to see what we're doing. Yeah, on the hour we have got, like, do you see the order blocks print? Can you see that there's a nice leg out here? There's a nice leg out here. So basically, we are on a retracement right now, guys. That's what it is all about right now. Now let's just see where possibly price could go to for retracement. Okay, I'm going to do it on the 4 hour just so that it's less messy. I know some people start their fib all the way from the top. Personally, I don't. I start from the candle that gets the momentum push, and then I get take it to the base of the candle, not the wick. That's how I have done mine. Not sure how others do it. Put in the comments below and tell me how you guys actually do your fib and how that has worked for you. So far, I find that just doing it this way kind of gave me a decent level of accuracy, to be fair. So yeah. Now, it hasn't really touched the 0.382, which I do think price could push up a little bit more, maybe even go to zero point 0.5 because that's where the 21 moving average is lying now, right now on a 4 hour. So let's just keep an eye on that for a little retracement. And then if you guys trade fibs, then you could possibly from the zero point 0.5 rejection take it all the way down to the zero, this mark here. Personally, it should touch the order block, so you could even take it to the base of this candle, the bullish pin bar candle, which is you could take it down to one to. mm, Personally, I would just take it to this 1 to 7 600. But if you want, then probably 1 to 7 200, possibly. But I would probably put it at 1 to 600, guys. That's where my target would be. Now, but personally for me, I would just wait for a rejection candle and take a sell. Like we have got a sell here anyway. Look at that. Okay, but I do think it is going to go up to the golden zone, so, I mean, you could already take a shot and be prepared for a slightly bigger stop loss, if that makes sense. I would put it here. So that's about 181, 140. So, yeah. Oops, sorry. To 122, not really a good one. It's not even a 1 to 1 risk to reward ratio. So, personally, I would just lower down to the time frames. I mean, you could drag it all the way down, but I don't like to. Personally, for me, that doesn't really work. But you're getting rejection pin bust several times right now. Let's just take a look at the fib, shall we? I mean divergence. No, there's no divergence here. It's that it's like it is going uptrend and it is on the uptrend. Personally, like I said, I do think the price might go up just because of the fibs, but because it has gave a huge pull down, like downwards trend. Sometimes you do not really get the proper fibs just because price is on a very bearish momentum right now. So this it might just do a rejection off here, which is barely touching to 0.3, and then it might just drop down. I mean, at the end of the day, if I were to take this and roll it up here, I mean, to be fair, guys, it is very close to zero point 0.3, but like I said, I do think it might just it's a negligent push up to the upside just for retracement, and then it's going to drop. So we are bearish on USDJPY for the time being on a short term until we see what it does on the daily to see if it's going to go further down because this is a 200 mark here, and 200 smooth moving average, once we go past it and it's forming a pattern, then we know we are bearish right now. It's to me, it is uptrend on a weekly and on the daily. It could be changing, like I said, on the daily. We just have to keep an eye on that. Okay, so that's my take on US DJPY. Let's just drop to 5 minutes. On a 15 minutes, we are clean downtrend. Does it look messy for you guys? Shall I remove the fib? Okay. Now let's look at the 5 minutes. 5 minutes is uptrend. You see that? So I personally do think that it might just go up a teeny weeny bit more before it gives us a sell. Okay. So that's my take on USD JPY. hopefully you guys can understand what I said. But this is a cool one, right? So if you just go to your indicators tab, and you go to, let's just take that out. Bear with me, guys. Where's that one? There we go. Supply and demand order blocks multi-time frame by JP7FX. That's a pretty cool one, to be fair, right? I mean, I'm just testing. Like I said, I put it mostly on the higher time frames, but kind of like it just to identify where possibly price could go down to. Okay, so if you look at the forward, we've had a nice rejection pin bar, but obviously, you know, price might just go up a little bit more, do a rejection off the support resistance, and then drop right back down. So my eyes will be peeled on that, waiting for the right entry on this, possibly on a 5 minutes for a sell. Not taking the buys at the moment. But yeah, so that's that. So let's just quickly have a look at US30, shall we? Oh, US30 is like consolidating. Not the best. Let's just have a quick look at the higher time frames. I'm going to delete this. Let's just mark up. Okay. To be honest, I am still bullish on US30, to be fair. Okay, we look at the daily time frames. You've got an order block here for a push up for a buy, and you've got an order block here. This is where our initial marking was, where we said price is going to come and touch this, and I still do believe the price would come there. Um, at the end of the day, we could consider this like a cup. I don't know if you guys know the cup and handle pattern. So on a daily, we take a look. So this is a nice uptrend momentum, and then you've got a cup. So you probably might get a little bit pushed down. But remember, your push down towards the downside for the handle can only be the top, like the top 1/3 of the cup. It cannot go any lower than that, because if it does, it's breaking the pattern. It's going towards the downtrend, right? So I don't think we're gonna have a lot of sell momentum here. Possibly just a good retracement. Let's again look at the retracement. Yeah. Uh, okay. We are looking to the support and resistance line somewhere about here for the price to come down to, which is a nice liquidity area as well, to be fair. So we could see a small push down, and before price goes back up again. So that's my take on this, to be honest. We are on an uptrend almost. Look at the block, order blocks. That's the reason. Do you guys see this? That's the reason why I don't really like the lower time frames, because it gets really messy. But at the same time, it's kind of like, okay, you get to see like where price could possibly go to. But having said that, I am like, why do I need to see all the way to the bottom when my price is here? You know? But anyway, possibly I could have done something in the settings. I just don't know what to do with that, so I'm not even going to mess around with it. But anyway, do you see this order block here for the to the upside? So price possibly could come here, touch this, and then like what we set the support resistance lines. If you guys remember, so somewhere close to the thing, you could just do a wick and then right back up, guys. So this is my take. It's a short sell coming up. This is what I feel, and I'm just going to drop it to the 5 minutes. We are currently consolidating, but we are on a sell momentum here. You can see the 200 moving average is at the top. So I am just going to wait for a bearish, and then I'm going to go and enter for a sell. The bearish momentum, so on a 15 minutes is a buy, but let's just stick to the 5 minutes for now. Yeah, and my target is at this point here, 3-4,000. Personally, I do think price would push down. Let's just go back here. Yeah, 3-4,000 is somewhere about here, but there is a order block, so price possibly could come down here, guys. So possibly, let me just see. Oh, this is an interesting one. 33,900. Can I have a look at this? I'm just going to do the flip one more time, guys. I'm just trying to see where would 33,900 look like. Oh, that's, yeah, that's proper down, isn't it? I, hmm. Okay, on a fib, it feels like it's just broken and it's going down. So for me personally, not too sure about this order block right now, but I do think it is a short sell, at least to 34. I would periodically take it. So 34 100 would be a good target just because of the moving average here. And also this base here, 3400. This is probably, I'm just gonna go with what price action tells me, guys. I feel like it's too much of a retracement. So not really at the moment, that's not where I'm really targeting, right? So I'm just going to go short term on it. So again, I'm just going to, it's consolidating at the moment, just back and forth. I'm not even going to bother with this right now. I'm just going to wait for price to break out either way and give me a proper entry, and then I will take it wherever I think it needs to go. So yeah, that's my take on US 30 as well. So I do think it's a short-term sell. And again, let's just wait for price to break out. There is news at 1:30, so um, possibly I might not even trade today because I'm not free this afternoon. But yes, so let's just see what we do with price. And again, safe trading, be patient, wait for the right entries, don't rush your trades, guys. If there really isn't anything, you're better off not trading and just having a chill day than being in a trade that you don't want to get stuck in, because that's honestly hurts your stomach. Like it really does. We are sat there waiting and the price is just not moving, or it's moving the direction that you don't want it to and it's taking ages. Like you're better off being in a trade where price just moves, you see what you want and you're out of the trade. Like get a 1.5 risk reward ratio and we're good. So, personally, like I said, I don't like what it's doing right now. It's just consolidating. Though, like I said, on a short term US 30, I do think it might just go for a small sell and then back up again. So let's just wait for price action to tell us what to do, and keep an eye on both these pairs, guys. And happy trading. See you guys tomorrow.